In 5, 10 years, do you see this as potentially the Bybit killer or the Femex killer? Today I sit down with co-founders of Primex Finance, the spot leverage trading and yield farming protocol.
Primex is the leveraged yield farming and trading application, which is fully decentralized.
This is a huge innovation in the space that allows you to trade and earn yield in a totally decentralized and non-custodial way.
The unique value prop of the protocol is that we can enable leverage for those assets, some of those assets that are not yet even supported by centralized exchanges or derivatives protocols.
Awesome conversation on what makes Primex unique, and highly encourage you to watch today's whole video as there's an exclusive opportunity for the Altcoin Daily Army.
We just wanted to encourage everyone to join the Primex Rewards program that is currently up and running.
Click the like button to support me, and let's start, gentlemen, with your backgrounds.
Hey everyone, my name is Vlad, the tech co-founder of Primex. Before starting Primex, actually, together with Dmitry, we participated in a lot of development and consulting of blockchain and Web3 projects as a software development company. So we accumulated this experience, a lot of different product and tech ideas during the time. And yeah, we finally decided to launch our own product, having in mind this leverage trading and farming platform that we built. Yeah, and Dmitry is involved.
Thank you. My name is Dmitry. I'm one of the co-founders together with Vlad. And we are in this space, I think, for 7 years already. We've been actually building quite a few different projects in the past, including some in the DeFi space. And we've been always following, some great projects like those that appeared back in 2017, 2018, like Uniswap, MakerDAO, all these great projects. And we actually wanted to build something that offers even more advanced features for people to be able to use lender liquidity on chain for a variety of purposes, to enter, to either farm yield with leverage or trade on spot DEXs, DEXs like Uniswap, Balancer, Curve, or a variety of others on chain. So our goal was to replicate as many features as possible from centralized venues and make them accessible on chain. And make DeFi more accessible and more convenient. And that's what we are building.
So I know, Dmitry, you kind of just said this, but just for somebody who's never heard of Primex, what is it?
Primex is the leveraged yield farming and trading application, which is fully decentralized. And has interfaces similar to those offered by centralized venues. So Primex is essentially a decentralized protocol that offers simple features like leverage, limit orders, stop loss, take profit conditions, position management for trading and yield farming on chain. So that's the simplest explanation.
Actually, it extends a lot of other DeFi protocols that we're integrated with this capability to leverage different kind of positions, and also to automate different things, at least with conditional orders. What we have now implemented already with regular limit orders, stop loss, and take profits, but also in the future, what we're now working on for the next version is the capability to create leverage portfolios of different assets combined together with one health factor of assets of different types. I mean, they can be regular, let's say, long traded assets, or something more farming related, like staked or restaked is, for example. And all together, they are forming this cumulative P&L of such a portfolio with possibility to enter or exit this portfolio with a condition. Completely decentralized. Yeah, but with an interface similar to a centralized exchange. This is the product. Yeah.
So this is 100% non-custodial, meaning you don't hold users' funds?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's correct.
Non-custodial and fully decentralized in terms of execution, because there are different actions that have to happen, like on behalf of the protocol itself, like a liquidation, for example. This is also managed by a decentralized network of keepers. It's not a backend that is like making a decision if something should be liquidated or not. Same for other automated things like stop losses and take profits. Yeah. For the next version, we're going to introduce Gasless and account abstraction. In this case, the users will be able to not send transactions of their own, but still it will be fully non-custodial because they will sign the message. Yeah, in this case, this will improve UX, but the control is still completely to the user. Yeah.
What is the business model for you guys? Meaning, how do I know you'll be here in 5 years? How do you make money?
Oh, great question.
Yeah,
So, Dmitry, please start, and then
it's a yeah, it's a great question. As a protocol, we have a few different types of fees that the protocol charges. The first one is the protocol. It's called the protocol fee. That is taken when the position is opened by user. It's around 15 bits right now, but we'll probably make it lower at some point. We also have a borrowing fee. That's a small difference that is taken to the protocol treasury. It's a small difference between what is paid by the yield farmer or a trader and what is paid to as interest to a lender. So we also charge a part of that fee, and we'll also have listing fees for adding new assets to the protocol, essentially enabling those assets for leveraged yield farming and trading at some point. So these are the three main types of fees that the protocol charges. Yeah.
And
yeah, that's right. Additionally to the revenue from the users of different kinds, we also have a possibility to charge for listing new assets, new markets that will be possible later if someone wants to introduce their asset into the protocol. Yeah.
And so with Uniswap, where there are no gatekeepers, anybody can list, but then of course you have scam tokens, you have everything on Uniswap. This is gate kept in a sense that they have to pass through you, or anybody can.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not fully permissionless for now, at least, because indeed we need to have a source of price. Basically an oracle to be able to accept a specific market, a specific pair, for something where there is a potentially a risk for a lender. Yeah, but as we support a long list of quite established oracles, a modular architecture that we have now, so we have Chainlink, Pith, Supra, and some others. The potential list of assets is quite long, and we have currently a long waiting list of those who are already willing to be listed, but unfortunately we don't like keep this
Yeah, we just concluded our mainnet beta stage.
Yeah.
So we are entering the stage where we are finally ready to add more assets. And with that support for more oracles and other alternative price sources. And I just wanted to also mention that the unique value prop of the protocol is that we can enable leverage for those assets, some of those assets that are not yet even supported by centralized exchanges or derivatives protocols, because we can enable leverage for essentially those, assets with lower liquidity, starting with like 100K of liquidity in total in a pool. It's already technically possible to enable limit orders, conditions like stop loss take profit and leverage for those assets. So this is what we're working on. So essentially, on the trading side, we are adding more features for spot traders, those traders that use protocols like Uniswap and other DEXs. With Primex, they can essentially trade on these DEXs, but using their familiar feature set that is offered by many centralized venues. That's the case.
Maybe one more thing to summarize the value. So speaking about trading, indeed, it's a possibility to list those assets that are either completely unavailable on centralized exchanges, or maybe they're available on DEXs, but not with leverage. Yeah. But speaking about farming, there are some farming capabilities that are like purely DeFi. Yeah. For example, leveraging an LP token of a specific pool in a DEX. Of course, an LP token is quite a risky thing because the permanent loss in it already adds a lot of risk for the LP provider, but still with some parameters, it can be leveraged. And with right levels of stop loss, it can be an interesting opportunity that is completely unavailable on centralized exchanges. Yeah. Same for pairs of liquid staking, liquid restaking assets that are on the list of neutral strategies that we have, like ETH restaked ETH. Yeah.
Can you guys talk to me a little more about your why, like the passion you guys had to start this originally?
Yeah, I just wanted to add a couple of words. So DeFi actually has a lot of opportunities for people to essentially earn, money basically by accessing those assets that Vlad mentioned, like LSTs or TZRWAs. And for us, it is the goal to essentially let users amplify their earnings on chain and access all kinds of different assets provided by multiple different asset issuers within just one single protocol without going to all different protocols in the space and managing their positions separately. And essentially, for us, it was the goal to make it more convenient for average users to access DeFi and use all these different kinds of tools and assets in DeFi to amplify their earnings. So that was the goal. How it started, I just wanted to tell a couple of things, a couple of words here. We've been following lending protocols in the past, and DEXs, as I mentioned, a few great protocols. And we always saw that it can be improved. I mean, in terms of the overall UX and the feature set could be significantly improved. And we decided to build an under-collateralized lending protocol, essentially, for people to be able to borrow from other people and use that liquidity more effectively on chain. So that was the goal, and we've been always passionate about it. So
yeah, the long-term vision for me personally is more freedom in decentralized finance capabilities, both for traders, for farmers, with the user experience as good as possible, similar to centralized exchanges, because unfortunately the sex market is still larger. And I think the biggest reason is the user experience. So in the current version, we still don't have this, but we're working on it quite heavily to have for the next version something like completely, let's say, chain agnostic experience with this possibility to hide all these manual changes of a chain and thinking, oh, at which chain do I have this asset? Where should I move it to have the best APY, for example? Yeah. So instead, I think the next generation of DeFi apps will have this capability to do cross-chain transfers in a much more efficient way using intent-based solutions that we have already now. So we finally have all the tech, the infrastructure to build something better. And yeah, we're working on it now to make DeFi more accessible. Yeah.
In my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, but how you win is if you have better UI UX and better liquidity, essentially, because those are the two biggest things that traders care about. Maybe having access to more coins as well would be the third. What is the biggest challenge and what's the easiest win out of those three?
The biggest challenge is, I think, the lender liquidity. We're just starting to, after we concluded the mainnet beta, we're just essentially starting to attract it. And the number of assets that will be supported by the protocol is not that big issue, I would say, because it's it's expandable, so we can add significantly more assets within the next few weeks. The liquidity, speaking about the liquidity, given that we are essentially integrated with DEXs, we use the liquidity of those DEXs for people to trade. So Of course, we need lender liquidity to enable leverage, but people can already trade on these existing DEXs and access their liquidity. Yeah, so I think, yeah, it answers the question. But
definitely. Maybe another general challenge that is valid for all DeFi for now, unfortunately, is the speed and the cost of everything that happens on chain. But personally, I expect it to change quite soon with such big solutions like Monad that are coming later this year, maybe also Mega Ace at some point. Because yeah, indeed, the slower it happens on chain, more difficult it becomes to really do trading in an efficient way and comparable to centralized exchanges. But at least for farming, it's already a good thing because farming has a lot of purely DeFi strategies that are not available at all on Sexes, and also the speed isn't that important there because the farming position is something long-term thing. Same for portfolios that we are now developing that will include multiple assets in one portfolio.
One thing that I think is a huge differentiator for you guys when I look on the website, notable partners, notable backers of the project. Could you highlight some of the names?
yeah, definitely, we have quite a big list of partners and integrations. Speaking about the integrations, we are integrated with pretty much all the top DeFi projects in the space, like Etherfi, Lido, Rocket Pool, you name it. We have support for some RWAs, like those issued by Ondo, Paxos, and a few more. As for the backers, yeah, we have, I think, roughly around 35 different investors. We also pay a lot of attention to security. So shout out to our audit partners, Holborn, Quantstam, and Rivenant. Great guys. Yeah, because for us, being a DeFi protocol is, of course, always important to keep
audits in terms of security. We have integrated the solution Defender from OpenZeppelin. That is a proactive tool allowing to get notifications if something like different to the usual happens. Yeah, from the very beginning on development and DevOps sides, we are following quite strict security guidelines. But yeah, it slows a lot the deployments and the speed how we really release new features. But yeah, I think it's quite important.
Is there anything we haven't covered or any other things you want to highlight?
We just wanted to encourage everyone to join the Primex Rewards program that is currently up and running. You can try out the protocol, share your feedback. You can participate as a lender, farmer, or trader and get some rewards. We also have a referral program for you to invite new users to the protocol. We have so many opportunities for people to try it, and yeah, always your feedback is always welcome because we are working on improving the UX of the protocol. We're working on some more features. That's what we are looking for as a protocol for sure.
Yeah, there is also one program active now that is calculating in a quite balanced way all the activities for potential users. So it's incentivization program that takes into account all the actions of different roles, lenders, traders, and farmers. Later will distribute some rewards to the users. Yeah. What else? So we are working on the next version that has this portfolios and also the rebalancing. Using not even AI but standard math statistics algorithms, it's possible to rebalance a portfolio, and we have some good results with this to improve the P&L compared to same portfolio that is not rebalanced. We have some back tests already on the historical pricing that show improvement. So yeah, we are planning to deploy this capability as soon as portfolios are available, so the users can kind of subscribe to this signal and rebalance their portfolios if they are willing to. Yeah, this.
Dmitry, do you, in 5-10 years, do you see this as potentially the Bybit killer or the Femex killer?
Well, I think that's a great question, but all these different venues will still have their audience. There will be definitely some part of the user base that will prefer using DeFi, of course. I think it will be growing because we definitely see a lot of attention from big players. And I'm really optimistic about DeFi, and I think that all these great protocols in the space will benefit from this latest improvements on the tech side, and they will also improve their UX. There will be more users in DeFi in general. Speaking about decentralized exchanges like the ones you mentioned, I think they are still quite big players in the space. So it will not. It's not the either or. It's not a zero-sum game. So that's how I'm looking at these different venues. I'm just thinking that there will be users that appreciate features of all these different platforms. We still have those centralized products, not even the crypto exchanges, but all the others in the space. They're pretty powerful, and it will definitely take some time for people to transition to some decentralized protocol solutions. I think
they are definitely not against big players on the market. Yeah, it's quite important to understand that what they do helps in general to the industry, and we should learn from, for example, their experience of UX, and also they are evolutionizing quite fast. They're introducing their DeFi solutions. I think they will not disappear. Instead, they will move stronger into the DeFi space gradually. I think this is what they're already doing. But yeah, this will improve.
We are not challenging them. We are trying to make DeFi better. So that
yeah.
I respect it. Brothers in arms. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Links for everything down below. I encourage the audience to check it out. Thank you, guys.